Check this day, 22 July 2020. Context, there progress and indication, definitive human images suspect on this millennium. Arab International to counter alien about national Ethrium Galactica. Upon millennium, Corps Krieger, Enterprise Corps, Alien Farming. Contact also Alien Vision 666 hours scalping me. About human commanding goods and grey form learning. Also investigation for a dream situation. Anti-alien. Code millennium for the appointment fight enemy. About economic monetary my logo and farm. Code 666. International millennium conspirations countries. Against alien farming honesty international and said continue existence cops alien farming. Green the meaning about alien lander enterprise. Cops alien grounder or enterprise. The warm millennium about international human civilian conspiracy. About PCT human commanding goods from grave. Appointment protocol and recognition human for international alien farming by co-internet. Context actually alien foundation since years before. Alien farming serves honor to internet. To digital world field world. Appointment alien friendship human. Context say about interplanet for cyber money. Futuristic also, project alien national authority with appointment code of my logo 666 or Forex also. Alien fire honesty, internet global. Context saying about pointer living planet, futuristic, as ground call or green call. Actually alien farming for authority assets and geography actually. Alien farming is around for name corps alien and ground call. About geography living planet actually. So alien farming is not the green call. Contact also alien family want a speech appointment limited human world. For alien family international appointment intrigue. Ambassador among countries. With code 666 on millennium. Alien family starts Gabon for time for Republic. Alien enterprise comes futuristic beyond. International alien and angel. Context say about a human commanding goods and grave, mark 2666 or Navic or Vivo. Satanic human, our interest for against alien farming. Hour of Centurion, authority for universal supply, for Supra. We coordination on Ethrium Galactica. Continuous stars authority Supra universal plan. Alien Constitution, National Time for Republic, Ethrium Galactica. We progress and coin. Contact alien farming need to be promoted or millennium. By code ambassador offensive alien human to 666 so now we go Vivo. Start spinning recognition human or meaning also about Holy Spirit. On this one millennium already confirmed 666 Context alien family is national interplanet Ethrium. Starts down on supra-universe planet with specific department or on managerial self for asset, universe interplanet or about planets. Meaning also about interplanet world to time hole journey. It could alien family to hardcore department of interplanet accounts. Time for Republic. And would gauge for journey century to century. Good call for evening. Want to say thank you very much to Alien Farm International. Actually starts Alien Farm as interplanet cops or intercops. Don't take say about Alien Farming just for expansion territory in Ethrium. With color, the name of each other for living creation, compliance. Appointment coordination of Ethrium Galactica, interplanet. Our journey also for investigation, go to existence human commanding goods from grave. The numerical view about anti-alien also. One thing say on status troublemaker, universe of life by human form self-activity or satanic human. Satir, supra, universe of life. Human commanding goods from grave. There is status against Alien Farm International Authority or Alien Farm actually starts to undertake the universe of life called Angel. 666 on the star meaning Alien Farm International starts John for the 60 letter of evil. Appointment to alien incarnation human starts for the spirit. Promoter, alien existency on future, called millennium. And with alien military also, commandant, time for Republic. Context alien farm international, already agree. Derivative for status officials from SOC, about numerical people for code. National country, my logo and farming, futuristic among human countries. Alien known as self-national, society, civilian, on future by code millennium. Renders host to enemy, of certain human or mark of the beast. Human commanding goods from grave. 666 1 star premium, pioneering since 2008 and until 2020, still going on to future. Context include to Alien Farm International Project and appointment for National Ethrium Galactica, Alien Farm Status and Flying Government. Supra of Universe Flight. Appointment in this first to human commanding goods from grave. And also about international human civilian conspiration against alien farm existency and ownership century to century. Alien farm international contract such honor also for discovery until this millennium. And also about religions. The appointment to National Ethrium Galactica. Already agree with code numerical people to 6661 for the star family or millennium. Alien farm exists actually as an internet global user or alien family on a connection for internet worldwide. And we know about the free internet ID 6661 for the star family. The social media such as also Facebook and also Google for template or banner, image, and also for PDF forward later. And also for site to Blogspot and WordPress. And for international, say already know about that. For 666 for scaffolding design, sketch out for project also. And finally degree for status official full song with unlimited time process for realization. About increase to appointment code 666 to one for scaffolding. And finally want to create national country my logo code 666 about law international means human one for scaffolding. Contact improvements to internet global and about supernatural ordinary seeing commanding goes and grave suspect millennium. Sustainable with a certificate or agreement by alien farm itself as authority for normally governable century to century. On appointment unit and launching project to see countries on a future through this millennium. With considerance for a chance and probability, and in contact for alien family connection around countries. 6661 for the staff meeting. Want to say thank you very much to Alien Farm International for this appointment millennium. Now we go over to 6661 for the staff meeting. Context also about for Alien America as a national UFO also, or include to national UFO. For Alien Family continue honesty of set and existence on a futuristic millennium. Alien Family is now the lender of enterprise, government, and international Ethrium Galactica. It goes also about internet and also about text. We project futuristic digital mind or future internet geography, Alien Farm Authority. 6661 was covering me. Also want to say thank you very much to international millennium, human countries for the connection internet and also about the telecommunication. Experience supernatural, definitely suspect human commanding goods and grave on lane. All reaches or supra by also Arab International, Alien Farm International, Waiter Industries, and in Satanic Human. Century to century, Alien Farming contribute and also starts to go on to regions. 6661 for the staff meeting. Want to say thank you very much to the internet global connection and also for the progress by experience contact body and telecommunication with commitment. So also on trust connection for the contact body telecommunication. Human commanding goes from grave, give investigation and showing by Alien Farm itself status authority for national Ethrium Galactica, supra of universe prime. 6661 for the staff meeting on this millennium since 2008. Contact also about networking global to group each other. About new terrorist group on millennium. Enemy of alien family. Context also about continue existence supra international Ethrium Galactica. These are through telekinetic telepathy, alien family honesty authority actually. Don't talk about alien family status, future state beyond court and also government Contact about friendship issue. 666 on Scout family. Thank you very much, people. See you again on my next internet. Witness day 22 July 2020. Contacts their progress and indication definitive human needs suspect on this millennium. Arab International to country alien about national Ethrium Galactica. Upon millennium, Corps Greener, Enterprise Corps, Alien Farming. Contact also Alien Fusion 666 hours Scout bringing. About human commanding ghosts and grey form lane. Also investigation for a dream situation. Anti-alien. Code millennium for the appointment fight enemy. About economic monetary and my logo and farm. Code 666. International millennium conspirations countries. Against alien family on Civil International and that's it. Continue existence of alien family. Greener. The meaning about alien lander. Enterprise. Cox alien grounder or Enterprise. The warm millennium about international human civilian conspiracy. About PCT human commanding goods from grave. Appointment protocol and alien recognition scheme for international alien family by co-internet. Context actually alien foundation since years before. Alien family serves also internet. To digital world, field world. Appointment alien friendship scheme. Context about interplanet for cyber money. Futuristic also, Project Alien National Authority, with appointment code of my logo 666, about Forex also, Alien Fire Ownership, Internet Global. Context saying about pointer living planet, futuristic, as ground call, or green call. X-ray alien farming for authority assets and geography X-ray. Alien farming is around for name Corps alien and ground call. About geography living planet X-ray. So alien farming is a green call. Contact also alien farming want a speech appointment limited human world. For alien farm international appointment interest. Ambassador among countries. With code 666 on lane. Alien farm South Jawan for time for Republic. Alien Enterprise Corps futuristic beyond. International alien and angel. Context about a human commanding ghost in grave, mark 2666 or Navic or Vivo. Satanic human, our interest for against alien farming. Hour of Centurion, authority for universal supply, for Supra, with coordination on Ethrium Galactica. Continuous stars authority Supra, universal supply. Alien Constitution, National Time for Republic, Ethrium, Galactica. With progress and coin, contact alien family need to be promoted or millennium by code ambassador offensive alien human to 666, so now we go vivo. Starts alien recognition human or meaning also about Holy Spirit. On this small millennium, already confirmed, 666 on the scar framing. Contextual alien family is national interplanet, X-ray. Starts down on supra-universe planet with specific department or on managerial self for asset, universe interplanet or about planet. Meaning also about interplanet world to time hole journey. It could alien family to hardcore Department of Interplanetary Corps, Time for Republic, and would gauge for tuning century to century. 6661 for the scar framing. Want to say thank you very much to Alien Farm International. X-ray starts Alien Farm as Interplanetary Corps or Intercorps. Don't take care about alien farming just for expensive trading Ethrium. With color, the name of each other for living creation, compliant. Upon coordination of Ethrium Galactica, interplanet.